this good enough? I hope so. Oh, no! Fuck. Alright, I'm just gonna reset. I thought it was good enough. Yeah, ideally, like, when you jump off the treasure chest there, you want to jump far right enough that you only need 2 climbs to the right in order to make it over beyond the boundary. But, sometimes it takes 3, and I'm willing to risk the 2 if it looks close. Falling all the way down is not good, though. Well, Dan, if you're serious about trying to like learn some stuff and you want to mess around more, you should hop in one of the OT Discords and just ask around. People will be happy to help. Yeah, I mean, even if you don't, like, do any full-length speedruns, just learning tricks for the hell of it is super fun anyway. Mostly everything works on the N64. There are some glitches that rely on, like, the actual hardware differences, like emulation differences between Wii versus N64, but mostly everything is software-based. All the basics, anyway.
Hello.
Hey, Lake, thanks for good luck. The speed of text is crawling. Yeah, if you're on English. So, like, the rate of the text is exactly the same. It's always just 1 character per frame. But English just has so many more characters per text box that it takes forever. GDQ's hitting 1 million on Thursday? Damn, that's pretty good. What's up, Buttock Supreme? Thanks for good luck. And welcome, dude. 16.66 elliptic. So yes, basically 17. It's 5/6 the frame rate, like 50 hertz versus 60 hertz power grid. What was that, like lightish blue? Yeah, we were actually just talking about PAL versus NTSC in the Mario Kart Double Dash Discord today. Because 50 hertz on PAL is generally considered to be easier. Because the game runs slower, so you can react to things better and drive better. And it doesn't come at any cost because the timer runs slower to match. So you're capable of better times because it's easier. And it's generally pretty looked down upon to use 50 hertz to get records. So in fact, every single current Double Dash record is on 60 Hertz, the faster and harder version. So if it was measured in real time, 60 Hertz would always be the winner. But the in-game timer for 50 Hertz runs 1.2 times slower, right, to match the frame rate ratio. So the in-game time ends up being identical. What's up, 70-1? Thanks for good luck. I'm glad you guys are noticing the difference. Having a quality stream is the only thing I want. White border on the left and bottom? Oh, you're right, there is one pixel. It's actually light blue. I have a 4:3 reference image on behind my game. And I guess the game must have been moved by a pixel or something. Let's see if we can't fix that. Oh, wow. If I do that, then it's on the other side. I actually sized my game pixel perfect. That's crazy. I'll have to fix it during a cutscene. Oh my god, are you kidding me? That was pathetic and bad. Nice. This is definitely good enough. Hey GNS, thanks for good luck. This might not work. Good. Exactly the same kind that I had, Morbid. It was just, I got really unlucky with mine, and it was a faulty piece of hardware. So rather than return it and play the lottery again and ask them for a replacement, ZFG was just like, I got this one, and it works well, like it's supposed to. So take it. $338 any day now? It could happen any day, yeah. I do think that I'm capable of it at any time. My PB was definitely 338 potential up until the last maybe like hour or so. Yeah, I'm not gonna replace it, but I'm gonna return it and get our money back. Elliptic. Thanks, GNS. I hope so too, man. Alright, during this cutscene, I'll fix the the blue pixel on the side. I'm amazed that I actually sized my game pixel perfectly to be exactly one pixel too little. I expected there to be like a little bit of overlap on the top and left that I could just use to cover the blue by moving it down and to the right. But nope. Let's fix this. It looks really nice on my monitor. When I changed adapters, I actually took a small hit in color quality. For some reason, this adapter is tinted like towards the blue side of the spectrum on my monitor, and I did what I could to readjust it to fix it, but it still looks a little bit off color-wise, but the clarity is great. So, there's two parts to every speedrun category definition, Jedi. There are goals and there are restrictions. Glitchless describes the restrictions. It tells me what I can and can't use in pursuit of the goal. So there's like a whole list of glitches, things that we've banned that are not allowed to use. And the goal itself is just beat the game, and that's the any percent part. So the whole thing is glitchless any percent. Yeah, GNS, that was really cool. Having less than 1 second and still making it. So, like, there's also glitchless 100%, for example, Jedi, where you have to do the whole game, not just beat it, but, like, get everything as well, and also not use glitches. My PB is 339.47, right there on the splits where it says Ganon. It's the current record for this category. I'm trying to improve my own record, though, because I can definitely do better still. Alrighty, 12:08, not too bad. I got hit by the Baba at the beginning. That's like a 3-second loss. Can have been a good run otherwise. Yes, I have the world record in the glitchless any percent category, Cade. The splits I'm running against are the world record. Weepacity changes the opacity of King Zora on my webcam. You can barely see a faint outline of him right now. He's at 10%. Every time you spend 5,000 channel points, you raise him by 10%. You can also lower it by 10%, or you can use 2,000 channel points to change which type of Mweep it is. Which type of King Zora. There's a bunch of different pictures. No, Chromium, I have the record. 339.47 is the current record. I beat Chef Bear last week. Unless he took it back from me in secret. Dude, thank you so much for the 4-month sub, GNS. Appreciate that, man. All good, Chromio. Yeah, we've traded it back and forth a few times over the last few months. Have I managed to time my heart rate to the metronome yet? No. I'm still living in the Stone Ages, where my heart rate doesn't act as a perfect rhythm counter. You know, I never really got into Smash, which is surprising because There seems to be a really, really big overlap between speedrunners and people who love Smash. But, or at least competitive Smash. Which makes sense, I guess. Both forms of high-level play for retro games. But, never really grabbed me. I don't know what it was. What's up, Dr. Janitor? Thank you. And thanks for good luck. I think my problem with Smash is that my first exposure to it was when the only people that I could play with at the time were people that had already been playing it for years, because I just never had it as a kid. And so it was just like, I was like, it's not worth investing the time to try to play with these people because they're just gonna kick my butt every time. And I never really saw it as like a solo venture either. Yes, GNS, I agree. Racing games are so much fun. I posted a video in my Discord just before I started streaming of a cool new skip that just got found in Double Dash, a brand new shortcut. The concept for which has been around forever, but it was just proven to be possible. I'll post the video in chat in a little bit. You guys can check it out while I'm talking to Zelda. Dino Jungle. It's a huge skip too. It's a pretty cool one. Is this really working? I was fully prepared to have to grab these vines again, but I guess that's fine. I really like Shadow Temple, Jedi. It's very challenging to do Shadow Temple quickly. It's got some fun tricks. Water Temple, close second. Changes from run to run, of course. But for glitchless any percent in particular, that's what I think. Alright, let's not get caught by guards, please. I did push the box forward today, Rev. That was a weird brain fart. Nice, got through guards, all set. We got a run going. Hey, Tozzle, thanks for the raid. Welcome, raiders, to some glitchless. Just got through guards, which is the perfect time for raiders to show up, because that means the run is a go. How was your stream, Tazel? What were you up to? PB, congrats. That's awesome. So for anyone new here, I'm Danny. I'm working on glitchless any % runs of this game so far. Right now I have the record. I'm trying to improve my own record. Yes, I got the Double Dash video link coming right up. Just before you guys got here, Raiders, I was talking about the cool new thing that got found in Double Dash, which is the other game that I play a lot. And here it is. Posting it in chat right now. Alright, Jedi. See you later. Thanks for watching. Yeah, like, the concept of hitting void planes to skip to other sections of tracks is, like, very old, and it's already used in, like, the classic shortcut on Waluigi Stadium. Basically the exact same concept. There's an overpass and a void plane for that overpass above the rest of the track, and you can jump up to hit it and head up to the overpass. But, this one was just so high up there that it was never possible to hit until now. I don't really know the mechanics behind getting that big-ass jump off the chain chomp, but it's pretty sick. No, not really. And the problem is that in time trials, the only tools you have available to you are the 2 mushrooms you get for each time trial run. So you can only do that strat in Grand Prix when you're racing against other people. And then it would be a randomized item as well to get a chomp. You have to be like in last place or something. Maybe like 6th to 8th, I don't know what the exact numbers are. Yeah, definitely really cool for a TAS. I guess you'd probably only be able to do it at the very start of the run. You just like intentionally sandbag the first couple of seconds so that the rest of the racers get out ahead of you, and then grab an item block and just do that right away and save like 30 seconds. There are other runs, besides just time trial runs, where people try to do like the entire Grand Prix 16 course, like all Cup Tour, as fast as possible, and that's in Grand Prix mode. And then, I mean, I guess people could try to do that strat in one of those runs. It'd be shitty to like go for it and fail, but you know. Hey, Coffee, thanks for good luck. What's up, Samir? That's a good idea, Morbid. I should do that. I don't want to, like, I wouldn't want people to only be able to use that emote when they want to count a bonk, though. They got that item in first place. Maybe just because of 2 players? I guess, yeah, maybe it's, like, number of, like, you have to be greater than or equal to number of players minus 2 or something like that. So like when you're playing with full 8, it's 6 to 8. But if you're playing with 2, either of you could get it. It'd be cool if it was defined that way. A speedrun equivalent of break a leg. I've seen people saying good skill lately because Safe State has an emote. He actually has 2 emotes. Good luck, a good luck emote, an and emote, and a good skill emote. So he just types all 3 emotes in sequence, good luck and good skill, which I like. Nice. What's up, Jibs? How's it going? Sounds like a nice way of saying don't choke. Did you guys know you can close this gate again after? Yeah, I think if you come back after you do the mask trade quest and like all the masks are available for renting, if that guy is wearing the Keaton mask and you go talk to him with another Keaton mask, I think is what happens, he'll close the gate again. I don't know what he says, though. Why they let you? I guess it's just straight up for memes. Like, that's the only reason. I'm gonna stick to the wall. Didn't really like that angle. It's not solid on DMT side, you're absolutely right. That's interesting. And of course, by that time, you could very easily have opened the shortcut from Lost Woods. So it very much opens the possibilities to just be able to walk through a wall. Good thinking. Oh yeah, good question, GNS. It might be a permanent flag that just like closes temporarily for a joke. What's up, Noble? Thanks for good luck, man. So the way explosions work in this game, Pyro, is that they start small and they expand over time. But weirdly enough, the way that boulders check for explosions is just their existence within a certain range. So the moment the explosion spawns, the boulder detects it and just explodes regardless of whether the explosion is actually overlapping it yet. But Link's contact with explosions is based on physical overlap. So the boulder goes away fast enough so that I can go past it before the explosion expands far enough to reach me. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why they made boulders be like remote bomb detectors instead of just overlapping the hitboxes and triggering an explosion like that, because that's how most things work. Do I have an opinion on PogChamp being removed? I mean, I think Twitch wanted to just distance themselves from him, which is reasonable. And even though most of us aren't thinking of Gutex when we use that emote, and might feel like it's almost a useless measure to remove it, I think it definitely makes sense for Twitch to do that. So, we'll get over it. New emotes will come in their place, and we'll enjoy using those. Interesting note on talking about the bombs being remotely detected by boulders. A couple other things work that way. What's up, Kaio? How's it going? Wooden crates work that way too. They'll remotely detect a bomb. They don't wait for overlap. And then the other thing that works that way, which is really weird, is there's a bombable wall in Death Mountain Crater up at the top that blocks access to a Gossip Stone. And every single other bombable wall in the whole game actually waits for the bomb's explosion to overlap with the wall before it explodes. But this particular bombable wall does the remote detection thing. Yeah, this came up just kind of recently when I asked some people for help in figuring out why blowing up the Zora's River boulders is so fucking annoying. Because the interesting thing about boulders blowing up with bombs is that the radius that you need, or like the distance between the bomb and the boulder that works for the boulder to detect it and actually explode is smaller than the distance that the explosion actually makes up. So you can place a bomb a little bit outside the detection zone, watch the bomb explode, visually see the explosion overlap with the boulder, and there's a pretty large range where that's possible with visual overlap, but it doesn't actually detect it because they just made it too small, like the detection range. And so it's pretty annoying because, like, a lot of times you'll try to blow up a boulder thinking the bomb's close enough, and it just isn't. And for the longest time, I was like, alright, I gotta figure out why this is happening. Because I would be wasting time and a bomb in my run. Yeah, that's exactly the spot that I'm talking about, Dan. That's the spot that causes so much pain and suffering. It's especially bad there because when you throw a bomb at those boulders, the boulders are so close to each other that often what happens is the bomb can touch two of them at the same time, like enter their area of effect two at a time. And then the knockback that the bomb gets to like move away from the boulders is additive. And so if it hits two boulders at once, it gets pushed back twice as far. And then it's almost certainly out of range of explosion. So you have to be careful to like throw it in a spot where if it touches a boulder at all, instead of just landing right in front of one, it's only touching one boulder and not two. Well, no, Rev, that's the thing. Overlap detection is used in lots of places. It's only for boulders, crates, and that one wall in Death Mountain Crater that they used remote detection. Maybe. Honestly, in my opinion, I feel like it's probably just due to different developers working on these systems at the same time and having different ways of doing things. Alright, Tazzle, thanks for the raid again, and thanks for good luck. GNS, if you're clever about Discord search, you can probably find us talking about it sometime within the last maybe 3 or 4 months. Ah. I don't like this. Okay, it worked. I wasn't sure if I moved or not. I wasn't about to try to slow myself down. Alright, let's go. Hard strat, please. Very nice. Good split. Please fall off. Oh, just barely. Close one. Searching boulder from me. That'll do it. Ah, grab. Alright, Keys, be nice to me, please. That other Keys is to the side of me. He's way above, though. We're good. Cool. Pretty decent run so far. I'll take that. Nice, Dave. The perfect time. Yeah, the position of the rock is like along the vertical center axis on the ground level, and I think it only uses that to relate itself to the bomb, so it can do a distance calc. Yeah, it's a pretty weird decision to use a distance calc from the bottom middle of the boulder, and then to have the distance be so small that the explosion can literally overlap it by a lot, and then just not do anything. I don't know why they would do it that way, but whatever. I wonder if I'll ever get a 41 rupee. That'd be insane. Yeah, Shane. I run basically everything this game has to offer. I had the any % world record for most of 2020. I got beat like last month by a couple seconds. I have second place in both all dungeons categories. I have a world record in the other glitchless category as well. I'm pretty good. The one that blocks the path to like upper Death Mountain Trail, like when you're climbing that big slope near the flagpole. Alright, Zora's River got some shit in store for me. Hopefully I get past it. Speaking of boulders, here we go. Hopefully that works. Nice, it worked. You can tell by the sound. Okay, hopefully this works too. That was so close to not working, holy cow, dude. I was clenching. Good. ZFG is doing the all dungeons run at GDQ this year, but I'll be commentating it for him. So you'll see me on that scroll. You'll hear me on that stream anyway. Nice, got it. I don't think I was going to be able to get all 3 of those in one dive, so it's good that I got one of them. I can't do this, can I? That would be insane. Come on. Oh, so close. ZFG might do cam. I mean, it's not like nobody knows what he looks like, you know? He's on cam at GDQ every time. I wouldn't be surprised if he uses face cam at home for this one event. Yeah, this is versus balance splits right now. Oh, he said no? Dang, okay. Not a lot of gold splits, Dr. Janitor, but a lot of splits that were very close to gold. I don't have very much time save until the very end of my PB. I think I had 2 gold splits. ZFG's run is like Saturday night. It's the closer for the whole marathon, I think. Dude, this run is good. It's looking good. This will be a Child Dungeons PBE if I have a solid Jabu. I can't imagine SGDQ being in person yet. Probably still too close for comfort. Hopefully we can get HDQ 2022 to be in person though. That'd be sick. Yeah, very tough start to run against. The fact that I'm green right now is a very good sign, because this is where my PB really shined. Shown? Oh, dang, Dave. Stay safe, dude. Hope your bandmate gets better soon. What's up, McNutt the Hut? How's it going? Thanks for good luck. Dang, GNS. Yeah, the US just had its worst day yesterday, I think, so far, the pandemic. I just found out that 2 of my cousins had it a couple months ago. They didn't say anything to anyone until they were better. Which I don't know why. They were keeping it to themselves, but they had the whole thing with like no taste, no smell. They said it was super weird. Yeah, I read a little bit about that new strain. It made its way to New York too, or the US anyway. Does the vaccine still cover it, or is it too different? I don't actually know. Hey, the bomb drop, finally. It's been ages. That's why I go swimming in that water, just hoping for a bomb drop every run. That's nice. California is really bad right now. New York is not looking too great where I am. I heard LA is like straight out of ICU units. I think the name of that enemy is literally just Parasitic Tentacle, as far as I can remember. Like they didn't give it a special name. Oh. Not 104, down to 105.1 now though, Chris. I ended that night with a 105.28, I think, and then I improved that again after that offline. Could be Chromium. Yeah, pretty good pace, for sure. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. What's up, STN? Run's going good. Hey, Harstar, 54 months. Dude, thank you so much for the sub. How's it going, man? Thanks for the congrats. What? What the heck? This didn't break my stick. I went flying, dude. That was way out there. I wasn't expecting that. I guess Baronate's hitbox is a little bit bigger than it looks. Didn't lose too much time, though. Maybe like 2.5 seconds from that. You and that boss have a lot in common? Let's see. You're hooked via tentacle to your ceiling. You're covered in electrified jellyfish. You shoot lightning bolts at anyone who enters the room. You get stunned when you're smacked with a boomerang. You live in a whale? Barries are the big jellyfish, and beeries are the small jellyfish. The worm things are called tailsporan. Hey, Sonnen, thanks for good luck. Wait, tailpazaran? Shit, have I been spelling that wrong my whole life? I removed a syllable. And I call myself a player of this game. I don't even know tailpazaran. My Child Dungeons PB is this run. Previously, 103.28. Now it will probably be, if I get Ocarina on my first dive here, it'll be 103.21 or 22. True, R-Star, true. You call them little fuckers. That's a more apt name. IMO. Not new Child Dungeons world record. Chef has the Child Dungeons record. 103.18 is his record, which I will be missing by a small amount here. .321, 3 seconds off Child Dungeons record, very nice. If I hadn't gotten thrown to the side by Baronade there, might have tied it or beaten it by a tiny amount. Yeah, really, really nice run. Only 34 seconds off my summer best. Still 336 pace. Going into Adult 1. Yikes, that's some crazy shit. I feel like Barries and Tailpassarans must be very simple enemies. Elliptic. They have, like, no special behavior. They just fucking float around. The most interesting they can do is shock you. Yeah, my PB loses a significant amount of time in, like, the last hour. And until then, it was very good. So the fact that I'm ahead at all right now is fantastic. Yeah, Barries I could see being different. Because they can, like, float around They can do the big spinny attack with their, when they drop from the ceiling. They can spawn 3 Beeries when they die. Definitely some shit going on there. $106.49. God damn, that's fast. Excuse me. No, I'm not sleepy. I'm not allowed to be sleepy on this run. Wake up. I have to be focused, laser focused for only 2.5 more hours. No, Chromium, please. I'm trying my hardest to stay awake. It's been a long week, man. First week back to work after 2 weeks off. My body's like, leave me alone. I just want to crawl into bed. No, why am I yawning? You groomed dogs for 10 hours straight. As fun as that sounds, it also sounds very, very tiring. You streamed for 9 hours today. Holy fuck. Listen, I'm just a boomer who has a bedtime, okay? Yeah, it's like 9 right now for me. The longest stream I've ever done is right around 16 or 17 hours. It was supposed to be a 24-hour stream. And let me tell you, I just passed the fuck right out on stream. I was sleeping on stream in the middle of playing video games. I was just like, nope, lights out. So I ended it there. Is there video? I probably still have the recording somewhere. I don't think I highlighted it or anything. It's from like 5 years ago. They did a 32-hour stream because they screwed up the math? What the fuck math is there for a 24-hour stream? You start at time X, you end at time X. It's just, there's no math? Oh, okay. That's funny. So they just committed themselves to the extra speedruns, even though it would put them over? No, Backpack. Though I did stream a lot of Breath of the Wild. In Breath of the Wild, the first week that it was out, I took a week off of work, and I just streamed Breath of the Wild. Every single day, all day. I streamed like 100 hours in the first week or so. It was a lot. It was a lot. I was excited, man. That entire playthrough is up on YouTube, actually. I'm a web developer. I wasn't back then, though. Back then, I was doing electrical engineering stuff. I plan on doing the same thing again for Breath of the Wild 2, though. Whenever that game comes out, goodbye job. It's Zelda week. So we're building an app that uses C# on the back end. We got some Python and the data layer in the middle. We're using Angular, TypeScript on the front end. I'm mostly a front-end guy, just because I find it more fun. So I spend most of my day writing TypeScript. Ooh, hello, dannyb. Come on. What's up, Limp? How's it going? The Sane Humans JS. You're not wrong. It's a web app, Butter. Writing pure JavaScript without a framework is a silly move in 2021. GNS. Unless you're doing something really simple that you don't need all the overhead for the framework. Without duping? I'm not sure what you mean by duping in this case. Oh, there isn't really a bottle trick to get items, unless you're talking about reverse bottle adventure, which just writes bottles into your inventory, really. But the long shot can be acquired without hookshot. If you can get through Water Temple without hookshot, it requires like a bunch of bomb hovers and shit to get through some of those rooms. Not in Glitchless though. Angular chain. Yeah, probably Python for something like that, Selenic. I agree with Hal. Six-frame time save? What's that? What's up, Tom Machine? Thanks for good luck. Oh, interesting, Chromium, but hold on. But if I pull the bomb right away, as soon as I crest the ledge that I'm climbing, I can't make it there in time. Or can I? The scary thing about the centers, or about the edges there, is that, like, the boundary walls can stop you from moving really easily. I'll have to practice it. But I believe it. Wow, cool balance splits. Fucking 0.6 seconds from my gold. Bolero of Flame in what, Japanese? I didn't know that, that's cool. Is there a different word for flame and fire in Japanese? Hey, Nala, thanks. Dude, that's a badass looking character. And Japanese people were like, yo, how can we make it even cooler? Let's just stack them on top of each other. I love it. forest is 3 trees? Dude, I love this. It's so different from English shit. Like, imagine if the word for forest in English was just like tree, tree, tree. Our language isn't cool enough for that shit. Oh, sorry, Rav, I didn't see. Oh, it's shaking. Please grab. Alright, good. When it's shaking like that, it's common to not be able to grab it for a while. Nope, give me that. Bedroom. Dang. That ledge is annoying. Can I do this? Dang. Tried to turn around just in time. I don't even know if that one was possible though. Breath of the Wild out of 10? For me, I give it an 8. Oh, he just left. Okay. He left so he can bother me more. Go away. Nobody likes you. Alright, not a great split, but whatever. Yeah, it's weird. Like, this is supposed to be, you know, just before your third adult dungeon. You're like 2/3 of the way done with the whole game, plot-wise, at this point. And they're like, you want these iron boots? You're gonna have to get through this Wolfos. Remember this Wolfos from Sacred Forest Meadow after the first dungeon? Well, guess what? Now he's bigger and behaves exactly the same. Does he behave exactly the same, by the way? Is there any differences? I don't think there are. They sort of do exactly the same thing. The only difference is that he's bigger and he does twice as much damage, I think. That'd be a great bait, though, GNS, if they did that, and then you pop the bubble, and then it looks like things are great, and then, like, 100 of them show up. We need more enemy humor in Zelda games. Yeah, the war fight is so much fun in MM. It's so cool. Like the concept of just being completely overwhelmed by a mob of tons of these otherwise completely useless enemy. It's great. And it's just so Nintendo, because they're always like, yeah, the eye is the weak point, but what if, now listen up, what if the whole thing was the eye? Hate that I constantly have to turn around to kill that guy, otherwise he's gonna damage me on the way up and ruin the run. Yeah, MM in general is way cooler as far as enemies go than this game. The enemies in MM are awesome. As are the dungeons, I think. MM is one of those games that I definitely prefer as a casual game, because the speed game looks infuriating. Like, don't get me wrong, I love watching the runs, but they just look very hard and not in like the fun kind of challenge way, in my opinion. Unorganized chaos, yeah, it's exactly why I don't like it. Ocarina of Time is just like so consistent, I want to say. There's just so many tools in your toolbox to be able to do things RTA that seem like they should be impossible. Whereas MM seems much more freeform, which I don't like. Hey, Royal, thank you. Yeah, Butter. I mean, I think the game is cool as shit, and I love watching high-level gameplay of it. I just feel like I would personally get frustrated. Very rarely, Rav. I haven't done it in years. Uh-oh. Yep, I saw that coming. Sucks. I'm too far to the side there, that happens. So my health is awful right now. If I don't get a heart from the keys downstairs, I don't think I can continue this unless I take a time hit and jump across the platforms instead of the lava before Volv. This is a bad split. Definitely the worst split of the run so far. Throw a Decanut? I don't have any. Not any I can spare, unfortunately. Or any that I'll have equipped for a while. Stick around for 15 minutes and you'll see one get thrown in Forest Temple, though. It's a lot harder, Consultant, yeah. There's a couple little mistakes I made are enough to bring my health down to RNG at this point. If I don't get Keys health, then I am screwed out of like 5 seconds. Alright, Cutscene dive at diving game? Probably not. Because the rupees don't end up like right below the ledge of the waterfall. They're like pretty far out there. Run's going well. It's a good run so far. I am running into a bit of a scary issue here with health. I'm gonna have to hope for heart drops from these enemies here. Okay, that's one. Good enough. What's up, Juke? How'd you get unfollowed? I don't know. Twitch likes to do that. Twitch loves their creators and just randomly unfollows people sometimes. RG is gonna run this category? That's awesome. I hope he does. I love seeing people get into glitchless, especially established runners. What's up, Mushroom Manic? Stuck on the chest. RG is runner guy. Blindfolded player, beta quest, bingo extraordinaire. Yeah, he's been around for a really long time. He hasn't done like actual RTA speedruns in a very long time. So it would be awesome to see him delve into glitchless. It's a super fun category. Highly recommend it to anyone who wants to play this game. I've been trying to convince ZFG to do it for years, and he's always like, I'll definitely do glitchless one day. And that day just never comes. It's very sad. Cool. I know, what the heck, I beat Volv and it wasn't even scary. We didn't even have to clench. The last time I did that fight, I made it to the blue warp with like a quarter second to spare on the timer. Like, when I actually stabbed Volv and dealt the final blow, it already said 1 second on the timer. And then when I gained control after, I had to do a quick roll into the warp, turn around, target the head, and press C up to call Navi to bring up the text box. And I managed to make it. It was sketchy, but I made it. What's up, Mike? Thanks for good luck. Oh, I knew about it beforehand, Genus. It's a pretty common strat when you're at low health or low timer. Because that blue orb takes like 5 seconds to spawn, so it's very common to need that. Whoops. Having to do it so quickly, though, that was, I haven't had to do it that quickly in a while. Thanks for the link, Chromium. It's the Deganuts! We made it! Gonna use them relatively soon. Let's go. Yep, hookshot always one-shots them. Not the big guy, though. The really big one that I just dodged takes 3, I think? I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty weird that they're so weak, considering they're giant fucking buff trolls wielding spears. You'd think they'd be more interesting. Instead, they deal a quarter heart and just throw you into the water, and that's all they do. And they have 1 health. You got stuck at the big moblin. That's amazing. I have a good story for when I was little, too. I've told this before, some of you might have heard it, but when I was little, I'll never forget, I was stuck in Jabu's belly. The back part of Jabu's belly, where you have to fight all the different tentacles in the rooms, it's literally just like 3 rooms in a trident-shaped hallway. Or I guess 5 rooms. It's a trident where the 2 ends branch off into a fork each. Either way, it's not that hard. However, that was the single most confusing hallway I've ever seen in my whole life when I was 7 years old, when I was playing this game. And I couldn't figure out where to go or what to do. Just couldn't do it. There's a Decanut, by the way. And I was convinced somehow that I needed to jump from the elevator to the blue switch in the second room. What's up, Clockworks? I was convinced that that's what I had to do. And if I could just make it, then I would be able to get unstuck. And, you know, this was the era of rumors, the internet was still a baby. Couldn't really look things up. And one of my friends in school said that, oh, you just need the potion that makes you jump farther. I don't know if he was just fucking with me or if he was, like, completely under the impression that there was a potion that did this. See, I, like, asked him, okay, which potion is it? And he's like, yeah, it's the green potion. And I don't think I had magic yet, so I was like, I didn't know what the green potion did. So I kept making trips back to Castletown to buy the fucking potion and then drink it right before I jumped, and when it didn't work, I just thought I didn't do it right. So I made like several fucking trips back to Castletown to buy these goddamn potions in my one bottle, thinking that if I just did it right, it would work. Because my asshole friend told me it would. It was a great time. You can tell how much this scarred me because of how clearly I remember it so many years later. Oh, that was first frame. That was scary. Now is also probably a really good time to mention that I had the Nintendo Power Guide that I was definitely using a lot. But look, when you're 7, you're very dumb. Cool. Jump slash right over him. Nice angle. Does the guide have any big mistakes? I don't know. I don't remember. Damn, those guys were gatekeeping. Cool camera. Amazing. No nuts. Could really use a nut drop right now. chicken nuts again. Dang. Oh, there's a nut. Nice. I'll take that. Come on. Okay, here's hoping I set Farrah's win because I have no memory of it. Nice. Thanks, past dannyb. No, Pamela and Pamela's father are brand new models for MM. Dude, I hit it! Shenanigans. I call them. Oh my god, I am so surprised, one, that I didn't hit the knobby trigger because of how far forward I went before I jumped, and two, that I made it because of how far forward I went when I jumped. Yep, I hit the switch. I fucking bullseye. Again, perfect shot. You literally cannot shoot any further in the center than I just did. It's so funny. If you're if you're above the switch, you have a million light years of leniency in hitting it. If you're actually 1 inch to the side, game's like, nah, sorry. That's not a hit at all. Whoops. The text for the checkerboard room, Juke? Yeah, it's always there. Oh man, yeah, that one must have been hard for you. Thinking of Navi texts. Oh, that was the torch that I hit right behind the Poe. That was weird. I was like, what the heck was that sound? I didn't realize the arrow goes straight through. Till now. Okay, I want to know why that happens too. Why she sometimes ends up behind you after you hit her. What, like, what the heck? Why is she over there? Oh, arrows, nice. And this is a fantastic cutscene camera right there. Just staring at a wall. Oh, nice. Come on. Should be this way, right? Okay. Wonky movement, but we're in there. I went up and down the elevator to reload the room, which resets the rotation of the room. And it's faster to do that than to push it back to the original rotation. Oh, I agree with you, Nolly. MM is the superior casual game. Definitely agree. No, this is really bad. Okay. I got lucky. I thought he was at health where he would have done, like, gotten really good at tennis. So, Phantom Ganon, he's got, how much? Like, 24 health, I think? And if you get him up to 20 health, and he's still alive and flying around, then he becomes extremely skilled at tennis, like way better. He'll return so many more shots. And he'll gain a new attack where he, like, gets rainbow magic surrounding his spear or whatever he's holding. And he, like, dive bombs you out of the air, and it does, like, 3 hearts of damage, and it wastes a shitload of time. So Phantom Ganon is one of those ones where if you have the option to either do more damage and not kill him, or hold back, do no damage, and wait for a whole extra cycle that you're going to need anyway, you definitely hold back. How's it going, Flo? Thanks for good luck. I wonder how deep into development they were, or how deep into playtesting they were, when they decided to make the green pots in the goat fight respawn. Because I'm 100% sure that wasn't their idea from the start. One boss attempt. I did the same thing, Juke. I did the same thing. I just stood there, waited an hour for him to come around again, and just hoped to God I shot an arrow. I remember hating that fight because I thought that that's how you were supposed to do it. Because I was like too scared to get out there and run around with him. I was like, how am I ever going to catch up to him? I was like too dumb to know that the fucking Goron roll was fast enough. What's up, Milo man? Coming to give me a good luck pet?
You're giving him a good luck pet.
Please work. Looks good. Has anyone ever done Majora's Mask custom maps for, like, custom Goron race tracks? Because that would be cool as shit. I would love to play that. Probably be hard to rewrite the AI, though. Oh, shit. That's bad. Decent save. Come on. Fuck you. This split is really bad. have these clams in Dark Souls? Do they really? That was close. Almost didn't make that jump. Yeah, I've never played OT 3D. I played the first half of Majora's Mask 3D. Disliked mostly everything that got changed and just never touched it again. In fact, I think I stopped at Goat. I saw what they did to that boss and I was like, nah, I'm done. Hey, Chef Bear, thank you for the raid, dude. How was your stream? Welcome, raiders. And thank you for the quarter-century sub, dude. Appreciate it, man. Oh god. Chef, this run was a 103.21 Ocarina. I'm getting better, dude. Fuck. Says the streamer. As he immediately proves he's not getting better. Oh, you were doing Glitchless today, Chef? I didn't know that. That's cool. Keep trying to Z-aim there, and it just keeps being a bad idea. Wonder when I'll get rid of that shitty muscle memory. Oh, last stream, going back to school soon, I guess. If I see you around less after this, I hope you have a great semester. Is your school good for in-person classes at the moment? Nice, that's good. What? Dude, come on, Link, buddy. Oh, I did the thing where I like quick drew hookshot as I entered water. Wow, that was weird. Do you guys know that? If you quick draw hook shot when you enter water, then hook shot won't work when you pull it out again. You have to like clear quick draw by pulling out another item. The first time that happened to me, I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god, my game is broken. The hook shot's not working. Everything is dead. Cool. Could have saved more, but, you know, weird stuff happened. Golden Fire Medallion, nice, dude. Is it a new best for the sheet? I forget who was ahead on that one. I have a 1 second hammer gold that I need to add to the sheet right now also. Forgot to add it. Just got it like 2 days ago. No, Chef, that's awful, dude. That sucks a lot. Wait, the link to my YouTube is broken? Is it really? I should probably add a space between the exclamation point and the link, but... looks like Twitch parser figured it out. Alright, that's good. Dang, I had 12 seconds to save here. I didn't save any of it because of that weird jump. Still ahead in balance, though. That's all that matters. Head in balance, but plus 20 on PB. PB was so good, dude. It's insane how good my PB was up to at least here. I refuse to run against those splits. They're too painful. A second better, okay. I have never played Dark Souls, nope. I've heard it said that Dark Souls is kind of just like meaner, more combat-heavy Zelda, and I would probably like it. But I've just never gotten around to it. Nice, Chef. It is rather mean. Yeah, I've definitely gathered that much from what little gameplay I've seen. Is it one of those games where I should like skip the first one and jump right into number 2? Should I play all 3? What's it like? Don't play 2. Oh, okay. Just play 1 and 3. All right. Wow, that is unanimous. Skip number 2. What did they do wrong? It's different, okay. Did you guys know the Gerudo guards can't detect side hops? They can only detect walking. So as long as they're not looking at you, you can side hop all around and they won't turn to face you on purpose. Like, they can still see you if you're side hopping through their vision, but they won't detect you if you're side hopping. Yeah, Moose, they intentionally turn to face you all the time if you are walking around nearby them. But if you're side hopping nearby them, they won't turn to face you. What's up, Jester? Hey, Oski baby. Will this world record? I certainly hope so. It's definitely on pace for it. I think it takes something like 5 or 6 frames of continuous walking for them to detect that you're there and then turn to face you. So if you just mash the A button while you're side hopping, it's pretty safe. Hey Stevie, thank you. Appreciate the good luck. How do I click so fast? I don't really know how to explain it. Just pressing buttons as fast as I can. The only emulator allowed for speedrunning this game is Project 64 1.6 or 1.7. If you're just looking for a quality casual experience, I've heard Dolphin is good. Alright, you got it. If I ever play Dark Souls, I'll stream it. Promise. Streaming on follower-only mode, how come? Will people spoil it for me? Or is there just a bad community surrounding that game? Backseating and spoilers galore. Alright. Noted. If it's such a difficult game, it's definitely one of those things where it's probably easy to get frustrated from people trying to backseat. Hey. Nope, don't do it. Streaming any Soulsborne game? What is that word? That sounds like lore that I don't know. Dark Souls or Bloodborne. Oh, is that like... Are you grouping them because they're in a similar genre, or are they made by the same people? They're equally shit. Uh-oh, we have a dissenter in chat. Shun the non-believer. What? Really? Patty knows the reference. I'm so happy. This is glitchless any percent, Jester. Alright, can I make it before nighttime? It was one of those weird Flash animation series from the days when the internet was more interesting. Yeah, I do bingo. Do it pretty often lately. Usually, if a glitchless run dies early, since the runs are so long, I probably don't have time to do another one. I'll do a bingo. Also been participating in the OCS races every Sunday, which are coming back next week. Not this Sunday, right? Next week. I do, Mac. Yep. Like, PB that I'm running against is the world record. Thank you. How's it going, Budward? Prosciutto and mozzarella roll-ups. That sounds delicious. Deliciously Italian. You're not dead yet. That's a good thing. If you were dead and typing in chat, I would be concerned, but I'm glad you're not dead. That was unintentionally swing beat. Speaking of, I just watched Soul yesterday. The new Pixar movie. It's so good, dude. Pixar just never fails to make me happy. I don't know how they do it every single time. Make up the minute or so? What do you mean, Shibo? Oh, like from my PB to get 338? Yes, definitely. Most of them are in endgame, so if I have a very solid endgame, we could still see a 338. It's gonna be pretty hard on this run, but I'm certainly still on PB pace anyway. Even if not 338 pace. .338 in this category is like... We're still at the point where, as long as I have a good run, I'll get a world record. 338 requires, like, an exceptional run. Like, a truly fantastic run. On a caliber that we've definitely never had before. What's up, Inuccio? This run's pretty solid. PB pace. What would I recommend for someone who's getting interested in running this category? Join the Discord, for sure. Get the practice ROM, so you can practice segments and save states and all that good stuff. And follow along with the world record, as well as other runs too, so you can get a nice breadth of options for what strats to use. And just practice segments. Go one dungeon at a time. Practice everything. Where am I going? Is what's still fun? This run? This game? I have a blast playing this game. Any percent is not the most competitive category, no. Any percent is of the top few runs, the world record, me, and Safe State are all extremely good runs. Shit, I just wasted 4 seconds by accident. But not many people really like playing that category, so it's the leaderboard isn't nearly as stacked as it could be. Definitely the Barrow. The Bear Ox, my bad. Sorry. Name's kind of dark, I couldn't read it. Yeah, speedrunning is awesome, and the better you get, the more fun it is. Getting to push for top times is really, really cool stuff. Probably is, Nolly, yeah. There's a lot of people running glitchless right now. And, you know, to be honest, once SRM started to get a little old for some people, I saw this coming. I was like, I bet that people, a lot of people, are gonna get burnt out of doing glitched runs because of how powerful SRM is and how crazy it is. And I bet glitchless is gonna get some traffic. And it seems like I was right. A lot of people are running this category and enjoying it. This is an interesting camera that I've never seen before. SRM stands for Stale Reference Manipulation, and it's an extremely powerful glitch that was found towards the end of 2019 in this game. If any of you guys watch ZFG, it is the main ingredient behind all the insane shit that you see him doing, like warping everywhere and flying around and all that good stuff. Dang. Like, any percent is really cool from a technical perspective, the fact that it's possible. And obviously I had some fun playing it, otherwise I wouldn't have devoted 1,000 attempts to it, getting the world record. But it is really, really easy to burn out fast. Here's my opinion on any percent. I think every single person who plays this game should try any percent, get a sub 8 minute time, and then not play it again. Because, like, there's the main reason why any percent is so painful to go for top times is that there's a 14% chance to save 5 seconds in that run with rupee RNG. If you're not going for that like absolute world record pace runs where you need to save 5 seconds, then you don't need to care about rupee RNG, and it's actually a totally fine run to just try and mess around with. It's not fun to grind, but it's cool enough to learn, just to like say like, holy shit, I beat OOT in 8 minutes. You know? That's cool in and of itself, and I think everybody should just give it a try. No, Giblets, definitely not. Any percent is not good for game experience in the least. So Thrashing Magikarp, let me explain the idea behind this, right? Okay, Milo. My dog just half coughed, half honked. Yeah, he just swallowed some water the wrong way. So, our goal in speedruns is to reach the end of the game. That's the wording that's being used here, right? Now, beating the game, what does that really mean? It means usually resolving the game's plot, right, in order to get to the end. And usually that means beating the final boss, right? Usually it means going through the game's content. Would you say that you beat the game if you warp directly to the final boss and kill him and don't do anything else in the world? Like, is that beating the game just because you beat one boss? Like, it's hard to say, right? Our goal, anyway, the explicit goal of Ocarina of Time speedruns is to reach the credits screen where it says the end, at the very end of the credits. That's our goal. And by that definition, we say that we cleared the game, we got to the end of the game, we beat the game, if we can make it to the end screen. Right? So, like, the concept of any percent in a game literally means, like, just get to the end as fast as possible, doesn't matter what you do. Right? And of course, that's gonna stop jiving with the concept of beating a game the moment you start skipping some of the major shit that's supposed to be in the game. And Ocarina of Time is a really extreme example because it's been slowly whittled down over years and years from having less and less content. So, like, when do we say that we stopped beating the game? Because obviously the final boss isn't beating the game, that's just beating the final boss. It's not even a hard boss, it's not an interesting fight, you know? So we can't really define what beating the game is because there's no, like, there isn't really a standard definition of beating the game unless you're playing it in a casual sense and you actually clear the whole game and you get through everything that was meant to be an obstacle in your path, you know? So we don't even try to say that we're supposed to be beating the game because it doesn't make sense for speedrunning at all. So we just say get to the end because that's the goal. And when you look at it from that perspective, it's totally fine. You just gotta, like, have that separation in your head that, like, terms that apply to casual gaming can't apply to speedrunning just because the two are completely at odds with each other. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Magikarp. Like, it's not beating the game in any normal sense of the word. You haven't beaten anything. But that's why we don't really call it that. That's why beating the game is not our goal. And yeah, they are different things. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. We agree that they're different things too. And that's why we specify that reaching the end is our explicit goal. Because you can't really rectify what beating the game means in a speedrunning context. Well, you know, when I say, like, oh, I beat Ocarina of Time in 8 minutes, that's just language, you know? That's just me being colloquial about it. Depends entirely if the remaster is good, Triplets. Hard to say. Speedrun community for this game tends to lump all versions of the original game into the same, under the same umbrella. Like, for any speedrun category, you can play whichever version of the game is fastest for that particular speedrun, right? So like right now I'm playing on the Wii Virtual Console because that's the fastest way to play Glitchless. But anything except Ocarina of Time 3D, because that's a completely different game mechanically. But if the Switch version is based on this one, then we'll have to do a lot of testing and see if it's a good version for speedrunning. Oops. Door. No. Been doing that a lot lately. I need to step back a little bit so I can aim higher. It's not confirmed that there's a Switch OOT coming, but it's highly speculated that it will be. People think that it's gonna be like the 3D collection like they did with Mario last year. Oh, it didn't work. Weird. Yeah, 35th anniversary this year. So people are thinking we'll get the 3D collection out of it, as well as Breath of the Wild 2. And if there was ever a year for Zelda Maker, this would be the year. Man, I would drool all over that game. I really wish there was a Zelda Maker. You hated Odyssey? What? Odyssey was so fun. Odyssey is by far my favorite 3D Mario. I think I remember talking about this with you, Nolan. Don't do it. Okay. What's going on here? Bro. Okay. You got Outer Wilds, nice, dude. Definitely play that game. It's so good. Play it soon. Early in your semester. Because it will take an entire weekend to get through it if you play a lot. So do it before you have a lot of work. Both Ori's and Hollow Knight, dude, you are fucking stacked for the next several months. Those games are all fantastic. Yes, while I have people here, while I have a lot of people here, play Outer Wilds. Just do it. Just take me on my recommendation, just do it. Not Outer Worlds, Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds? I don't know if it's coming out on Switch, though it would be a pretty cool game on Switch, I think. It's just, it's such a fantastic experience. Outer Wilds was far and away my game of 2020. What's up, Crater? Thanks for good luck. Alright. I have some time to save at Twinrova if it's nice to me. How are we doing relative to PB? Let's see. Plus 18. Alright. This is still very much reasonable PB pace. Very, very much so. Come on, Twinrova. Be nice to me. I lost 20 seconds to this fight in my PB. Oh, alright, alright, alright. We got that quick cycle. Double? No. Alright, this is good. This is fine. Let me get that double. Let me get that quick shot double, dude. Oh shit, it happened. Hell yeah. How about the quick shot triple, though? No, not quite so lucky. Close enough, though. This is really good. Dude. Fire MVP. Good. You can, Chef? I've never seen it. I've only ever seen the double where she goes across from you. Really? That's weird. I've literally only ever seen it from across. Is this gonna gold? Probably not, no. Well, actually, certainly not. It might have with that RNG had I not missed the sun thing and gotten turned around by some of those pots. Still a very good split, though. We're only +4 on my real PB now, so let's see what happens. I'm timing against my balanced splits, where live split attempts to even out all the time loss I experienced across the splits more evenly, so that the run isn't quite so lopsided with tons of really good splits and a couple really bad ones. Makes it more enjoyable to run against it like that. I don't actually know what it does, Nolly. I think it takes run history into account, and it tries to, like, weight each split as close to its average time loss as possible while still summing to the actual time loss you got in your PB. I think the moment a cutscene happens, Judo, your analog stick becomes completely inert. Doesn't matter what you do with it. Alright, come on. Give me first try. If I get first try, this would be so good. Please, 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 please. First try. Let's go. Damn. Alright. Second try? Second try is the least likely one. Come on, come on, come on, please. I don't want third try. Fuck! Of course we get third try. Alright. Third try. Gotta go fast now. The probabilities are 4/9, 2/9, 3/9 in order of 1, 2, 3. So the first one's the most likely one. It's intended to be 1/3 even across the board, but they screwed up their math. Yeah, 338's absolutely dead. PB isn't, though. Oops. How do we know they screwed it up? Because they've looked at the code. And we can see what they were trying to do. Ah. Good. Shit. I'm going for it. Okay. I knew I had to catch up quick because I lost some time on the timer. Usually I sandbag my movement there a little bit, so I knew there was some like leeway, and I don't think I lost that much, so I figured it would be fine to just go fast. And it was. Nice. That was scary. Sound design in OT is really good. Lighting is really good. Environment is really good. Like, I don't know whose idea it was to add fog to this game, but it's incredible. It's so good. Fog is like the greatest idea ever. What's up, Achaeus? I'm playing on the Wii right now. The snipe. Welcome, Achaeus. Glad you're here, dude. But I say that I have the need for speed, of course. No one's running unrestricted at the moment. It's just such a scary category. Wow. That shit's so dumb. It's so far out. Hold on, is that my only bonk in the whole run? Oh my god, I could have gone bonkless. Alright, it's metronome time. See you guys on the other side. Hopefully it works. Okie dokie. We gotta run. Uh, 150 beats per minute, Kaio. Well, it's actually 300, but I prefer to have the off beats to help me time the 150 beats better. Yeah, third try truth spinner hurts. That's like a little more than 20 seconds down the drain. But, you know, it is what it is. Still PB pace, so let's see if we can squeeze it out. .338.42 pace going into Shadow. Pretty nice, man. Pretty fucking nice. Damn, this cutscene lasts so long. Twinrova was very good, Matt. Alright, let's just compare to real PB now. Pretty good Shadow, aside from Truth Spinner. The fact that I was able to cap it at like 25 seconds of time loss is awesome. Considering Truth Spinner loses over 20. And I still saved time, because PB was so bad. Yeah, for sure, Chef. Shadow's just so tough. World record pace, indeed. All I have to do for world record is to lose less than 39 seconds to my golds from now to the end. Which, unless I make massive mistakes, is extremely doable. Let's shake out the hands, get nice and comfy, get a good run in, do some stretches while I have the free moment. Aim is sub 39 at some point, yeah. This run is not that, but almost good enough for it. If this, if I had gotten first try Truth Spinner, this would still be 38 pace by like 10 seconds. Which would be very hard to get a 38, because losing less than 10 seconds from here to the end is pretty tough, but it shows that I'm capable of it. I'm just RNG away from being 38 pace at the end. Consistency is good lately. Been getting a lot of runs on good pace. I set my record. I almost set a new record in a race a couple days later. We got this today. I'm very pleased with how this is going. Even if this run dies, and I don't close it out and don't clutch out a new record, still very happy with my performance lately. It's good stuff. It's gonna happen soon. Go for it, mutant. No. I have Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U, not for the Switch. kinda option comp. It just kind of guarantees that I'm gonna clear the text box as soon as possible. The more buttons I press, or the faster I press the buttons, the more likely it is that I frame perfectly hit the text box. The text itself scrolls at a set speed, but when it's done in each text box, I have to press a button to advance to the next one. And rather than timing every single one, which would be too hard, it's better to just mash as fast as you can. And the game only runs at 20 frames per second, so it's very possible to press 20 buttons per second. Hey, Rogatussin, thanks very much for the raid, man. How was your stream? No, IQ hasn't been relevant to any percent since like 2014, actually. Actually, since January 1st, 2015. That was the last time an IQ any percent record was set by Jodenstone. Between then and recently, between then and early 2020, so for about 5 years, any percent was fastest on the Wii. And then for the first 6 months of 2020, any percent was fastest on the N64, and now it's fastest on the GameCube. So we've hit like all of the consoles in the last 6 years. Not Wii U. Fuck Wii U. We don't talk about Wii U. Welcome Raiders from Robotussin stream. We're currently in the final 20 or so minutes of a glitchless any percent speedrun that is on world record pace by 5 seconds. So it's a nail biter. Let's see if I can close this out. Thanks, Estienne. Yeah, it was a mix of Trials and Ganondorf, Chromium. This is balanced flow. My PB didn't actually... Oh no, it's not. It's not balanced. I moved back to my regular PB. I think I might have flubbed playing Prelude out of Shadow in my PB. Am I the most consistent OOT runner? I wouldn't say so. I might consider myself, if I had to put a superlative on myself, I might say most well-rounded. I don't know. One of the most well-rounded, at least. Which has kind of always been my goal. I've always wanted to be like pretty good at everything. Most interesting. Thanks, Kaio. What happens if the timer runs out? I think you void out and have to start the room over again. I'd like that explained in universe, though. How does that happen? Okay, let's not do that. That would be very sad. Haven't missed it in a run yet, Chef. The moment I do, I'll stop forever, but until then, I'm feeling confident. It is very easy. As long as you space the rolls right, and just mash B at the end of the last roll, it's gonna work. Just have to make sure you do your first roll like a while before the edge, mash the second roll, and just mash jump slash. It'll always work. Okay, I thought it was gonna... Alright, let's wait for this one to go around. Taking it safe. Could have gone more risky there and try to beat the second flame, but that was not worth it. Can you grab it? I don't understand. Sometimes he doesn't grab for me. Okay. So far, not terrible trials. Not amazing, but not terrible. This is HDMI now. Yeah, Churro. Upscaled to 1080. What, like, what is the requirement for picking this shit up? It's pretty good, Cube. It's a good run, for sure. Did I get a bomb drop from that keys back there? Gold gauntlets, that's what it is, Chromium. Thank you. What? Oh, I didn't flick left. Keys can only drop bombs as flicks, I think. I'm just gonna stay. Oh, fuck, I couldn't get back in there because the camera sucks ass. Don't do it to me. Oh, God. Oh, God. Got boulders going both ways. I knew it. That was a shame. Alright, I gotta play well, man. I'm not playing well right now. This record is not free yet. Nope. Dude, oh, this is so bad. So bad. Alright. So world record's looking dicey. Trials was very poor. Now I'm gonna be red here, but I have 22 seconds to save from after this to the end. So as long as nothing terrible happens, this will still be record. I know, red splits, don't panic. PB, Dinalphos, and Stalphos were both very unlucky. That was medium unlucky. Good save, dude. Managed to get both of those guys. That started out really awkward, but managed to pull it together. Why they desync, I'll never know. Did I crack my teeth? No, I used my teeth to crack my knuckle, like this. I can like crack my fingers sideways a little bit by applying some pressure with my teeth. Does nobody else do that? It's like a completely different crack than just like cracking them forward. I'm just so unique. You do, Chef? Alright, see? Chef's definitely baiting me, though. Trying to make me feel like a normal guy, when really I'm fucking weird. Alright, let's focus on this one cycle instead of how weird I am for cracking my knuckles sideways. Good. Let's focus on both. I love how GNS was like, did you just crack your teeth? My teeth have joints in them, just so you guys know. Really helps for speedrunning. That's the secret. Hey Rox, thanks for the good luck. Appreciate it. Trying to see if this is a dream or not. Is that what you do to lucid dream? You just ask NPCs in your dream weird ass questions? What the fuck else do you call the people in your dream if not NPCs? Dreams are basically just games. You can play as anybody in your dream, except for the people that you're not playing as at the moment. Those are the NPCs. Okay, this time world record's gonna have the side hop. Oh, look at that. Zelda side hop in world record. Amazing. Saving frames. Alright, it's not world record yet though. I still have to not get trolled by Stalfos. I have to lose less than 10 seconds on this split for it to be record. Because the light arrow prevents Zelda's purple magic, and that saves a little time on lag. Okay. Dude was like, kill me, please. I'm tired of being a skeleton. I lost like 4 seconds to those Stalfos, to really optimal ones. Hey, Gizmo, thanks for good luck. Coming down to the wire, dude. Cube, thanks so much for the 43-month sub, buddy. Appreciate that, man. Alright, we got the kiss. The run is real. All I have to do is not get trolled by Ganon. And we'll have ourselves a nice 5-second recce. With 25 seconds to save in trials. Fuck. And 25 to save in shadow. Yikes, man. Got 50 seconds to save in 2 splits at the very end. 338, where are you? I don't think I've ever seen a VC crash on Ganon, no. This is done on a Wii, not N64. N64 lags more, so it is not faster. Thanks for good luck, boys. Yeah, third try spinner. Alright, here we go. Let's not screw up on Ganon. Clutch out the couple seconds. Ah! Jump slash a little too early because I was afraid of missing the jump slash and accidentally just slashing into the trigger. Yeah, and I always do that too early, Chef, because I'm afraid that my forward stab will put me into the trigger. Oh my god, the pugs and the Stalfos at the same time are fantastic. One second world record? Four, three, two, one. There it is. The new fastest completion of Ocarina of Time glitchless by 0.6 seconds. Amazing. Fantastic. That was so silly. Hey, Coffee, thanks for the 49 months up, man. Imagine playing a video game for 3 hours and 39 minutes and doing it almost exactly the same speed. Hey, Churro, thanks for the 20-month sub, buddy. Thank you. Sub 39 when? Hopefully soon. I feel like I have the consistency for it. I lost 25 seconds to Truth Spinner. I lost 25 seconds to just really silly mistakes in trials. Lost a little time at the end to Ganon. The first bit of this run was really good. This was only 3 seconds off the Child Dungeons world record. So by the end of Child 1, I was about as fast as anyone ever has been. So that was awesome. Had just an okay mid-game, and then at the end it went downhill a little bit. But managed to clutch it out with just one bonk. Yep, true. Wow, if I had bonked more, this wouldn't have world record. Alright, well, next time we'll do this maybe 0.6 seconds more or less. Are these splits better to run against? It's about the same, to be honest. Oh shit, Owl, dude, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs. Congrats to Weak Desires, Helio Blanc, Gary, Maggie, and Katarev. Enjoy your weeps. And I guess I'll lock in the splits. Hold on, let me take a screenshot. No golds this run, but that's okay. Golds are starting to get a little bit rarer as I optimize them. Let's lock it in, save the splits. Let's give somebody a nice fat raid.